we see them in the chairs, so we have to kind of almost make a snap decision based on what we see. Both of them look very calm, look very cool. I'm sure that'll change within about 5 or 10 in-game minutes. But they all seem very relaxed. They seem very kind of loose, which is what you need in a final, to be able to just relax, play your natural game, and find your best level and just exert that will on the opposition.
Well, speaking of the final, we are now underway. The eFootball Championship Pro 2023 final. Underway between Bayern and United. Mane looking to start things off really strongly here for Mestre. We started with 8 clubs back in February. We said goodbye to 2 of them in May. We said goodbye to 4 more here today in the knockout stages. That leaves us just 2. Bayern and United. Sane to tell with the back heel. And De Gea's made a real hash of that one. Luckily, no man in a red shirt to try and pounce upon it. Of course, the United contingent will be hoping that Nexa puts his best foot forward here in the grand final. Still a best of 3. So extra time and penalties if we need them, but Nexa, I think it's fair to say, Wes, went slightly missing in the semi-final. If he puts his best foot forward here, United are in with a real shout of going up in game 1, going into game 2.
I think he had a lack of opportunity in terms of chances created. But even on top of that, Franquinho just kind of rode over him a little bit. Certainly, if he can find a level that we are all almost accustomed to at this stage, it'll be a very hard day at the office for Mestre.
Speaking of, Mestre's in red-hot form today. Of course, earlier on played a fantastic quarter-final. Did really well in his semi-final as well. He's looking to continue that fine for Mane. Ventured into the box, but denied by the United defence, and now chance for a bit of breathing room as they get the throw in. "20 minutes gone in our final and no real chance to speak of just yet. Is that about to change? Musiala miscues his pass. Tell with the double touch around 1, gets past 2 as well, and David De Gea and Sané. Oh, side netting.
That is a brilliant save from David De Gea. And that is a chance missed for Bayern as well, with the follow-up there in Gnabry. Goalkeeper on the floor.
There was the first chance, the second into the side netting. Didn't quite see if it got a glance off a United man last, but I don't think so, judging by the reactions.
So used to seeing Gnabry pop up there, I didn't realise that was Leroy Sané that was the one with the opportunity. Again, it doesn't really matter who it was that was shooting it. The fact is the chance has gone by the wayside.
Game 1 has come to life now as Mestre still knocking on that back door. Pavard with the cross. Nexa has to weather this storm. Problem is he's given the ball away very cheaply, trying to start counter-attacks perhaps a little bit too early here. Fred turns Kimmich very well. And Rashford dummies it, lets it run.
That'll do if you're United.
Throwing in on the half-hour mark, taken very quickly to Martial. Leroy Sané. Mestre assessing his options. Goes back to Goretzka. expect this to be a very nervy affair. And he said before, the first goal so vital. Martial trying his luck against Delict there. But it's so nervy because these clubs, of course, all been playing since February to get to this very point. So the nerves will be paramount. Who can hold their nerve? Rashford, Fred, back to Marcus Rashford, crowded out. It's been a very open first half of game one. 5 minutes till half time. Perhaps argue Mestre and Bayern look more comfortable in possession here, but still 0-0. Musiala can find Sane here now. Here's a real chance to open the scoring.
Great save again. Brilliant composure from Nexa.
Still a corner to be defended, but that Nexa save, not the first of the half, has denied the first goal of our finals. Bayern corner. Definitely one to forget there.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Only 1 minute added on at the end of the first half. One that has been fairly even, fairly open, but you'd definitely tip the advantage to Bayern, given the sheer amount of opportunities they had in comparison to their adversaries here.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to just edge themselves in front in terms of momentum. Not necessarily by goals, of course, because we haven't seen one yet. In terms of the momentum of the game, they seem to just be working their way into it a little bit more. But of course, we've seen already from Manchester United and from Nexa already over the course of this entire competition, when it takes one opportunity to come by, and these guys will take it.
Second half underway. Bayern and United facing off in our grand finals. Over the top to Sane. There's a man over for company as well. Goes for goal and
it's 3 chances now for Sane.
Past the woodwork there. As you said, so many chances so far for Mestre. This one may be the best of the bunch.
I think that slide tackle just did enough to put him off in terms of looking to try and block a chance or an opportunity of maybe putting the ball low. Instead, he had to go high, but obviously with that becomes more of a risk.
Rashford. Who can he find here in the middle? Pavard for company. Savitzer. Looked like he might just get a head onto that, but over his head it goes. Defence into attack here from Bayern. And likewise for United, as once again it's Marcus Rashford. Off Pavard, and Bruno Fernandes has space in the box and goes for goal! Our first goal of the finals! Scored by Bruno! Puts Nexa and Manchester United in a commanding position now.
In terms of threat assessment, if you start worrying about too many players too closely, for example, with Rashford, with Martial, you're going to leave a threat open. And one of them is Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes!
See here again, great work down the left-hand side here with Rashford. But you'll notice there, instead of trying to dribble in field, he plays a square ball into Bruno. Bruno has that opportunity and has the angle to find a controlled strike into the back of the net. And what tonic that is to relieve some of that pressure that Nexa was under. He'd had those 3 opportunities that had gone his way when Bayern had gone down his end of the field. Instead, he has found a golden chance and has tucked it away for 1-0.
You read my mind, Wes. My mind initially went back to those chances as Martial gave chase there. That Mestre had so many. Didn't take them, and Nexa's made him pay. At this level, on this stage, it's about being clinical, and Sabitz has latched onto this one. Rashford! United 2, Bayern 0.
It's just like that, and it's 2-0. You see there the awareness again. He knew that he was going to get caught with Sabitzer. He says, "There's a Marcus Rashford over there. We'll play that over there." You can see all of the pressure went there. Rashford ahead of his man. But no chance there. Tucks it away for 2-0. And gone is the emotion from Nexa. It's the calmness that's been replaced with it. And again, if I was a player, that's what would terrify me, is if he's calm. That's what would terrify me completely.
Well, it's almost like watching two different players up there in comparison to his semi-final 3-0 defeat to Franquinho. His emotions were all over the shop, on display for everyone to see. As you said, cool, calm, collected customer now. Has a 2-goal lead to defend here. Mestre had his chances, but really, thinking back for Nexa, it's only been those two opportunities. He's taken them both, and it's all about being clinical at this level.
That's what we've said. We've said it all day. We have said it about when those chances come by to you, you have to make them count. It doesn't matter about, oh, well, we had these nearly opportunities and, oh, we almost scored. The only stat that will matter at the end of this game is the one that is in the top left-hand corner of the screen, and that is the score line. And if it reads 2-0 at the end, nobody's going to really remember those 3 chances for Sane. I'm going to venture to say that Mestre may. Nobody else will. The history books will tell you it's 2-0.
Number 44. Coming on the field.
Well.
Number 11.
Nexa 2, Mestre 0.
Number 22. The
Just kept that in.
For this match was 70,987.
Double touch lets him down.
He just ran out of real estate.
Sadio Mane, Coman, you know he likes to get to the byline. This time delivered early. Kimmich on the turn. Mane snatched away by Lindelof.
It's great aggression there from Nexa. Knows he has to go out and forage to get that ball back. Knows the physicality that this Bayern Munich side has to offer. So he knows he's got to make himself known in these challenges.
This is why we watch the eFootball Championship Pro. As Sane is dispossessed. Because coming into this game, Mestre have been in red-hot form in the knockout stages. Beating De Palma. Winning against Roma in the quarterfinals. 5-1. Then you look at how Nexa performed. Again, I'll keep bringing up that Milan 3-0 loss. Because at that point, it looked like United down and out. Not expected to reach this game. Now he gets a second chance. And it's like old sportsmen used to say back in the day, don't let me get 1. Don't let him get 2. Nexa doesn't look like letting go.
Very much so. If you're a 90s child, you know that you don't give any impetus to Manchester United to get on comebacks. You don't do it because they will take advantage of it. And certainly as they are playing at the moment, Manchester United and Nexa especially, doing very, very well indeed. But Bayern Munich will always cause problems. They will always cause you to question what you are doing. But as you can kind of see here from Nexa, it's very much the clear the lines and keep it in play. Which is why we keep hearing it be applauded every time it goes clear, as Rashford looks to make his way down the left-hand side here. Players in support if he needs him. Instead, he's turned himself around, and this is the early beginnings of time wasting, maybe. Here's Fred.
It's Fred now. So Meccano has to step in, but I was just watching Mestre's player cam in the bottom right. Every single time the ball gets away from him, visible disgust. Mane on the turn, double touch, but nothing coming of that time around. Savitzer with a nice dummy.
Kept it in as well as Sabitzer. He's got players in the middle. Pavard has brought him down. Advantage is given.
Savitzer to Eriksson. Martial just couldn't match the pace of the ball.
Clock keeps ticking here. Lindelof with the header.
It's like that's a offside there, the referee's called, and well, changes to be made. 10 minutes to go, Wes. Those early chances we saw from Mestre just seem to be non-existent now.
Yeah, they seem to just completely droid up those opportunities. The minute the ball goes anywhere close to that Manchester United backline, it is cleared away and then is applauded with the clearance. Because so long as it stays in play, as we've said before, that clock will keep ticking. And that's all that Manchester United want at this point in time. They have a 2-goal lead. As long as that clock keeps ticking, I think I've clocked there, what, 9 minutes in game plus stoppage. They're in the box seat here.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Leon Goretzka.
Rashford down to
Coming
Martial.
on to replace him is number 13, Eric Choupo.
Go time for Bayern. Joao Cancelo
Substitution in progress.
just can't get past Shaw. Nexus defending throughout the game, whether it be with the goalkeeper or the back four, has been difficult to break down. Look at the red shirts forward though. Tell again can't get past Lindelof. Casemiro defending now. Rashford inside. Time is ticking down here for Bayern. United have the ball back and anywhere will do. Applause from Lotfi. In the 90th minute now, and United still have this 2-goal lead.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Fred intercepts up towards Rashford, and now Martial can backheel it to Anthony. Where does this one go? Martial maturely to the corner. It runs out of play, but it's at the right end of the pitch if you're a United fan. They win the ball back as well, and Rashford might fancy himself here. Maturity from Nexa coming through. Game 1 goes to United.